Hi, Kia ora listeners. Let's Learn Sumo. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Clayton. Don't forget to join me on X or Instagram at Let's Learn Sumo. Also on YouTube at Let's Learn Sumo. Welcome to 2025, the first Basho of the year. It's always an event. More so as the Yokozuna Terunofuji has deemed himself to make an appearance after 6 months recovering from hip, knee and back issues and, of course, diabetes. All of this has kept him out for 6 months. Anyway, this Basho, more than all the previous times, has taken on an extra importance as we know the two Ozekis, Hoshoryu and Kodazakura, are eligible for Yokozuna promotion if they do well in this tournament. So how well, you ask? Well, given Kodazakura won in November, the chairman of the JSA and the Yokozuna Deliberation Council, Hakaku, he said that Kodazakura, if he does well in this tournament, he will be promoted to Yokozuna. So what does do well mean? Well, given the history of Yokozuna promotions, a win would obviously make it happen easily, but maybe a second place, a Junyusho, 14-1, maybe 13-2, will also be enough. 12-3, look, that's not out of the question based on a bit of history, depending on how the others do in the Basho. Hoshoryu, he is also in the running. It's likely that the only thing that would get him to Yokozuna is a Yusho win. That would make it happen for Hoshoryu after his 13-2 Junyusho in November. So how did it all happen on day one at the Tokyo Sumo Stadium, the Kokugikan in Ryogoku in Tokyo? It was expected to be a blockbuster night. It did not disappoint. First up, the last match of the night. Let's go through it. Yokozuna Terunofuji up against a returning Sanyaku Komusubi Wakatakakage. He was last in Sanyaku in early 2023 before he did an ACL. He dropped all the way down the Bansuke while his knee recovered, and then 2024, a full year of lower division returns back into Megashira and a strong November, 10-5. Look, he lost to Ozekis, Kodazakura and Hoshoryu. He also lost to Abi, Takanosho, and funnily enough, Oshoma in November. So he needs to show he can regularly beat the Sanyaku level wrestlers again. Yokozuna Terunofuji, he's out of match practice, nearing the end of his career. What a matchup this was. Wakatakakage, he's obviously watched the tapes from Midori Fuji's day one matchup in November against Meisei. It was almost a direct replay. Wakatakakage went in hard to the right, to the Yokozuna's shoulder. Terunofuji, he just left that left shoulder open for some incomprehensible reason. Wakatakakage got in there fast, got a hand under the arm and pulled the Yokozuna straight down. A decent Karasakashi under-shoulder swing down resulted in a face slap, and Terunofuji, look, at least he gave a wry smile when he knew he had been outwitted. A good win for Wakatakakage on day one. He doesn't get a Kinboshi star for that win over the Yokozuna because he's in Sanyaku. So bit of prestige only there, but an impressive start nonetheless. Our Ozekis next. Kodazakura faced up to Takanosho. Look, he made it look a little bit harder than it needed to be. They got into a bit of a belt and armhole battle with Takanosho holding an inside right. Kodazakura got himself an outside left. They moved to the bales. Kodazakura had to be patient, but eventually he overpowered Takanosho over the bales for a Yorikiri win. Kirishima, he was probably replaying the horror Suradashi lift out from November as he crouched for the Tachi-ai against Hoshoryu, knowing he did not want a repeat tonight. A good Tachi-ai, they both got in for an inside left grip each. Hoshoryu, he got himself an outside right belt grip, drove Kirishima to the bales. Hoshoryu pressured Kirishima, who lost his grip, but Hoshoryu kept hold of the belt. Kirishima was off balance as Hoshoryu dragged him across the ring. It was almost an Iwata Dashinage, the open belt style throw, but it got him into the position and allowed him to get the Oshidashi push out for Hoshoryu. That gets him a win, keeps his Basho alive, 1-0 for Hoshoryu, 0-1 for Kirishima. If you're watching the Sunday morning sumo live stream tonight, you may have seen my comment. I made a statement just before the fight of Tobizaru versus Onosato. I called Tobizaru an Ozeki wrecker. Nothing changed. Onosato fell victim to him again. Another Ozeki scalp under his belt. Tobizaru, he went in hard. He drove his hands up, got a Nodowa on Onosato, pushed his head right back. Classic move, and as you do, you react, you try to push your head forward. Tobizaru executed a great pull at the same time. Onosato, he overbalanced and went down. Hiki win for Tobizaru. Poor old Onosato, I think that is Basho in trouble already, because this is a really class field. A lot of rikshis are in the running for this Basho. You cannot afford to drop a match on day one. Wakamoto Haru, he took an easy and fairly classy win over Atami Fuji. Look, he went for his left and right grip. Atami Fuji spent his time trying to deny the left grip, while Wakamoto Haru instead, he worked on the right grip and drove Atami Fuji straight back and out, Yorakiri. A good match between Daisho and Gonayama, a little bit of a threshing battle. Gonayama, he wanted to be part of it. He gave it a good go. Daisho, he stepped across and got a great deflection on Gonayama as he flew forward onto his face. Suki Itoshi thrust down win for Daisho there. Another good deflection got Abi going past and out as Oho stepped to the side, got in position for an Okuridashi rear push-out win. That gave Oho that win. Easy win for Ura as he got up under Shodai's armpits, drove him out. Hirodumi, oh dear, he missed his grip and he paid the price against Chiyoshima. Chiyoshima got a big double near neck grip to pull Hirodumi off balance and got him into a position. Hirodumi couldn't recover. Oshidashi push out for Chiyoshima there. Other winners tonight, Ichi Yamamoto, he gets a good Hiki over Takayasu. Mita Kayumi did the same to Endo, Suki Itoshi. A deflection for Tsurunumi put Takara Fuji in a bad spot, and an Oshidashi was the result there. Tamawashi beat Oshoma, the newly married Oshoma. Oshi Tayoshi as Oshoma went down. Midori Fuji got a win, chased the defending Meisei over the bales for Oshidashi. Takeda Fuji, he made hard work of Nishikigi. He had Nishikigi at the bales, just about to push him over. He lost control. Nishikigi, he recovered, tried to come back, went a bit lateral, but at least Takeda Fuji, he kept hold of the belt. Again, Owata Dashinage, open belt and got him pulling Nishikigi down, I should say. Onakatsu, he dealt with Shononumi easily. Poor Shononumi just has no defense at the moment, no push. Something's gone wrong there. Kimbozan got a win over Koroshoho. Hakuoho, he face planted, but he at least got the Yorakiri win over Kitanowaka. Tamashoho, he beat Kagayaki by slapdown Hataki Komi, and Toki Hayate, he got an Owatanage on Nishiki Fuji right at the bales for a good win there. So that was day one matches. Day two should be an interesting match. Terunofuji, he will face Takanosho in Magashira 1. Tobizaru, he will face Hoshoryu. He has beaten Hoshoryu before, so Hoshoryu will have to work hard for this one. He hasn't got the time or the ability to take his focus off a win here. Kirishima, he will face Onosato. That'll be an interesting match. Kodazakura, he will face the big man Abi. Tami Fuji, he will face the threshing machine Daisho. Wakamoto Haru, he will face Gonayama. And Wakataka Kage will be up against the strong Oho. So that was day one. Day two should be an interesting affair. Let's see how it develops. Join me again on day 2 or 3. I'll come back and we'll do another episode. Hakioi listeners, let's learn sumo.